Audio, everyone. Velocity here, back in action for more Trial Attraction. That's right. Our little German buddy seems to not understand what exactly it means to be put on trial here. And they've been a bit of a punk about it. If I say we are able to get out of that one situation that was quite sticky beforehand. And now we continue the trial to hopefully get something accord. Either way, 23rd of October, 10:44 a.m. The Old Bailey, Defendant's Antechamber. Mr. Naruto, what on earth were you playing at just now? Or rather, what on earth were you playing at all along? My hypothesis! My amazing hypothesis! You've been putting holes in it from the start. Sorry about that. But you promised me! You said you provide that rat explosion was an accident, not a murder. You said you keep my precious invention from falling into anyone else's hands. But all you've done so far is try to undermine me. Huh? Yes, I did make you a promise. You're right. I said that I believe in you and fight for your freedom to the very end. But I also told you I was no scientist. I don't understand your hypothesis. The fact is, there's an undeniable flaw in your logic, isn't there? But if I just run through some equations, you see, it's because my work is incomplete. Perhaps it is. Nevertheless, a man died as a consequence, didn't he? Oh no! You're right. You're so right. It's all my fault. And I have no right to blame you for my failures. I'm a disaster, not just as a scientist, but as a human being. Well, that might be a little over the top. And while we're at the subject, what about Barak? He's being awful. Claiming his old university friend to be a murder? You mean? He's a disaster, not just as a prosecutor, but as a human being. Oh, but no, wait. He's the Reaper, isn't he? Perhaps he's not classified as Homo sapiens anymore. Glad that's cleared up. Can I double check something with you? Yes, what? The machine and demonstration you prepared. They were based entirely on your hypothesis, I presume? There was no trickery involved? I drew the plans for the machine with my very own hands. Every line was painstakingly drawn with a firm belief that science is the only future. So yes, it's true that my hypothesis hasn't reached maturity yet, but still, Mr. Naruto, you must believe in it. Alright. Professor, I understand. Counsel, defend it! The prosecutor's witness are ready to take the stand. Court is about to be in session again. Make your way to the courtroom, please! All hinges on that demonstration. But the professor's hypothesis is sound as he claims. It leaves him as the only person who could possibly have killed the victim. But on the other hand, Mr. Sloan was adamant. A practical implication, such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exposition, is quite impossible. So really, what should I be trying to prove here? The 23rd of October, 11 a.m. Old Bailey courtroom. In the name of Her Majesty, the Queen, I hereby can reconvene the proceedings of this court. Counsels for the defense and prosecution, are you ready for the new witness to testify? The prosecution is ready, my lord. As is the defense, my lord. So, Lord Van Zeeks, I believe these next witnesses saw the demonstration of the day in question with their own eyes. Indeed, they did. And as luck would have it, one of them is a police detective. The testimony we are about to hear can be considered highly reliable. Perfect. A detective of all people. The prosecution's stance remains unchanged. Though it ended in tragedy, the demonstration on the day in question was scientifically sound. And consequently, the sole person with the opportunity to have committed this act of murder is the only other individual to have been present on the stage at the time, the accused. Thank you, Counsel. The prosecution's position is clear. So bring forth your witness now. Bailiff, show the witness in. The witness whose proximity to the incident on the day in question will clarify the truth unequivocally. I kind of figured Gina would be here, but who are these other two people? Witnesses, state your name and occupation for the court to hear. My name is Bolsavar Lunet. I am the impresario of the old hot air balloons in vicinity of the Espimento stage. My name is William Bosrich Zygmunt Ormondstein. I have come to the great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia. I am very rich. Inspector Gina Lestrade, Scotland Yard. A great detective. Even Herlock Sholmes agrees. I was on security duty on the exposition. I gotta go up in one of them balloons. It was amazing. Gina. Again? But she did mention that she'd seen the disaster from up in the balloon, actually. Didn't she? And she clearly loved every minute of it. There were 3 balloons flying near the public exposition stage, where the incident occurred. 2 of these witnesses were in one such balloon at the time, and saw events unfold from the skies above. You make it sound like they were in the clouds. It was only an altitude of, 60 feet. Very low. Well, you can say nothing up, fly too high, can you? 60 feet, about 18 meters, then? Thank you for your introductions. Now you will give your formal testimony for the court. Kindly describe exactly what you witnessed, especially those of you who had the vantage point above the stage. The view from 60 feet up. It was an incidente terrible. I am only grateful that my balloons were not damaged. There's this huge bang from the stage, and then the next second, another bang in the sky beside us. And from amid the smoke, a cage appeared out of nowhere. A cage that fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into a crystal tower. I didn't get a good look inside the cage. No one went near it after it crashed into the tower. A most extraordinary, a collective account, I must say. Can I just clarify something? There's a detail in the witness's testimony that I've not heard any mention of until now. Specifically, that there were 2 explosions? More precisely, 2 explosions in separate places. Yes. When the demonstration began, the balloon carrying the 2 witnesses was around here. There were other balloons in the area, nearby at the time, carrying other passengers as well, to be clear. Then, as power was supplied to the machine for the demonstration, the first explosion occurred. The so-called birdcage that contained the victim disappeared from the stage, and a moment later, the second explosion occurred, directly adjacent to the balloon carrying the witness. The birdcage appeared at the site of the explosion, subsequently to plummet down to the Crystal Tower. I was very surprised. Suddenly a cage appeared before my eyes. There's a person inside. That blast was so hot, and I didn't want to miss a sting, so I kept my eyes wide. I still have lots of money. Precisely, who is this curious infant? I'm told he's a young noble of Bohemian royalty. Apparently, he disguised himself in order to steal unnoticed into the Great Exposition. Ja, I am here in London on a sightseeing tour of this, my elementary school. We will have the benefit of the child's point of view in the testimony. Really need that? When I remove my mask, this is what I look like. Ah, yes, I see. A delightful face, I'm sure. Ja, everybody says so. Great disguise. The point is, the testimony of these witnesses further substantiates the fact for the court. Namely that despite ending in an explosion, instantaneous kinesis was successfully demonstrated. And furthermore, that until the arrival of the police, no one approached the Crystal Tower where the victim fell. Therefore, only the accused who was with Mr. Osmond on the stage could possibly have committed the murder. Yes, thank you, counsel. The prosecution's views on the matter are quite clear. So the defense, cross-examination now, please. Yes, my lord. Oh, not this again. The view from 60 feet up. I don't think we need this one. The balloons weren't damaged. Huge bang the stage, and the next second, another bang on the sides. Let's hear a little bit more about this one. So you actually saw the incident happen from up in the air? Yep. It's amazing what a detective gets to do, eh? I'm telling you, Udo, being a lawyer's a mug's game. You should join the force, and we could go flying together. You know me so well. Yes, well, anyway, can you tell us exactly what you saw? You think? Everything! We saw everything! Because we were up above it all. That dodgy cove climbing in the cat cage, and that dodgy professor pulling on one of them levers. And that's what happened. That's when there was that massive bang and the cage disappeared, just like that. You're describing the moment the subject's body was decomposed by the electricity, I believe. I didn't know what to make of it, but then there was another bang right in my ear. I looked around, and there was a huge great fireball right next to us in the sky, and there was nothing there before. Oh?
Excuse me,
Our Master Gotts? Does your memory of the day differ? My teacher at elementary school said that you meet someone for the first time, you should always use their full name. Yes, what was it again? William August Zygmunt Ormenstein. What's the four names then? The point is, do you have something to say? Something to add to the response to Detective Gina Lestrade's last remark? Perhaps? Oh, get it right, Udo! It's Inspector Lestrade! Does everyone have a problem with how I address them at the moment? That is not what I saw. Oh? There was a second explosion, and that's right beside our balloon. That is true. But I'm sure. Which is what I said, in it. 1 minute there was nothing there, the next a massive explosion. My teacher at elementary school said that when something else is speaking, if you are rude enough to interrupt, you will have the most awful life imaginable. Are all Bohemians brought up to be so full of joy? Every time, it cracks me up. Just before a second explosion happened next to our balloon, I clearly witnessed a green balloon flying in the sky. A green balloon? You what? Never saw nothing like that. But I did! I saw it! You can't say I didn't! I would complain to the council! I will cry and scream! My testimony is the truth! I am Bohemian Prince! You cannot say it's a lie! That is not allowed! I am the blood and royalty god, are you? Typical. Does the orphan likes to remind people she works for Her Majesty's police. In that case, young man, I must ask you to amend your formal testimony. In the interest of the national relations between Great Britain and Bohemia. It was not the sky that exploded. It was a green balloon that was next to ours at the time. Hold it! A green balloon, you say? Are you sure about that? Of course I am sure. I am proud Bohemian Prince. All these questions are making me boring. I think you mean bored. English is very annoying, as the languages of my countrymen is far superior. Ragazzo is very wrong to lie. Lie? Flying balloons never explode? For the same reason the planets never explode. It is logical. Please tell me that doesn't mean logical. If you insult me, you insult all Bohemia. Matai. I will not see army come and shoot all of your stupid balloons out of the sky. All of them. Here you are, Your Highness. Only my international incidents were so easily resolved. Now that peaceful relations have been restored here in the courtroom, perhaps we could return to the testimony? I had to say that he's funny. Like, out of all the people out here in the prosecutor chamber, he's the funniest one. I'm just saying. Do you also see the moment the cage materialized, Mr. Lune? No, I do not see the explosion myself. However, Fell from the sky like a stone and crashed. Okay, so press.
Hold it!
Did you see that actually happen? No. And in reality, I did not. I saw after it hit the tower. There was a grand confusion around the stage. I ran to see what had happened. I was terrorized by the idea that one of my balloons had crashed. I suppose they are his livelihood. But when I looked up into the sky, all my precious balloons were still there. I saw it though. I saw it slam into the tower. After all, I am a detective now. Then tell us what you saw, Inspector Lestrade. And that's what I like to hear. Didn't I get a good look and so there was no one near it after I crashed. Okay.
Hold it!
Was it you who gave the order to keep people away? Eh? Yes, sir, I had, Uno. How could have been me? I was up in the balloon, wasn't I? Right. So, because I weren't available, it was the boss who had to leg it over there. And it was getting shoved and kicked all over by the panicking specters as it tried to seal off the scene. It was a real sight to behold, I can tell you. Amazing. Or Inspector Grayson. So anyway, I couldn't see the cage that well because of all the smoke. And I didn't really want to see, to be honest. I was scared out of my wits. Keep it together, Inspector. The prosecution really is asserting that the demonstration was genuine. What if it was actually some kind of switch-around trick instead? That would mean that the victim was never actually on the stage in the first place. The two explosions would have thrown everyone watching into a panic for sure. I need to find out more about what exactly people saw at the time. Okay, I don't think we need that. Don't need that either. It was a green balloon. What do you mean by green balloon? Oh. It was this. This is the green cloth. This is the green balloon. Rita got it, so I think that's what we have to present. Is there anything else here? Autopsy, no, not that. I'm gonna go ahead and say it was this. Present.
Objection.
Oh no, that wasn't it? I guess we have to figure out where the balloon lied or something. I do feel like I'm onto something here though. It was a green balloon next to ours. The cage, it fell from the sky. No one went near it. It was a green balloon that was next to ours.
Hold it!
I didn't want to keep. Dang it. This is gonna keep going around in a circle, and like what I want to see here. Like I could look around. Let's look here. We found hidden behind a tree under the experimental station at the exhibit. Turns out that it's a folding crossbow. I already have a line of thought here, and that's basically this is the balloon, and this is the thing that made it explode. I don't think we have anything else here. There isn't really anything else that I could like rightly do, so what if I just have to like get everybody's like thing? That might be it. So we'll go ahead and press the other guy, because even though we don't need it, it's just one of those situations where we don't have any real hard line like objectable stance here. So yeah. So we did all this except for this one.
Hold it!
There were 3 balloons flying above the experimentation stage at the time. I understand. See, all 3 of them. My Bezelmi, Bombini. And they were very popular, signore. Some people would pay £10 for one ride. £10? More than my annual stipend. The £20 a month. That is my pocket money. Let's have all the luck. I got up there for free. I did. Played the old, I work for Majesty's police card, you know? That does have all the luck. If they're so popular, why would you only be operating such a small number of balloons, though? Because if I have too many in the sky, they would crash into each other. The operators for the balloons were decided by lots, with each operator manning a particular area. See, on the zone above a public dissemination stage is the most profitable. The other impresionados, they hate me. Thank you, witness. I think the court has a clear picture of the arrangements of balloon rides at the exhibition. Perhaps we could hear more about what you actually witnessed on this incident. Right, I can fill you in on that, my lord. So I didn't quite get it. Second bank from the sky. It was a green balloon. It fell to the sky like a stone. Inside the cage, but no one went near it after it crashed into the tower. I'm not getting a whole lot that I could do. Switch around. What can I present? A stab wound, this. That's kind of it. Around 220. Broken vertebrae most likely resulted from impact. I'm not getting anything else here. It's just not happening. Like, everything has pretty much been absorbed. And I just don't know where to land on it. Just found another experimentation stage at the exposition grounds. There are scorch marks at the ends. That was got Lost Cat. This guy. None of those will work. None of those will be a part of it. It's literally the crossbow and this. There are 2 balloons. Why are there 2 balloons? Didn't we agree that there's 3? And the next second, another bang in the sky beside us. It was the green balloons. That's. What if it wasn't? Oh, I didn't. Why do I keep pressing it? Every time. I'm gonna press the crossbow because I think that's what we have to do. I don't know what else to press, honestly, because it's not technically explosion. Yeah, flying balloons never explode. If they never explode, they pop. That's my line of thinking here, is that they pop. Which I'm just a little bit annoyed because, like, they very clearly did not need to have the rest of this go. Please. Back. Present. So.
Objection.
No? I don't know what I need to do. I genuinely don't know. This sky that exploded. it was a green balloon that was next to ours at some time. It doesn't seem like I am missing anything. I'm pretty sure this is the one that I got, and then went here. But he talks about it, and then we talked here. Went near it after it crashed in the tower. I genuinely do not know. Like, we only have so many things to present. This is the only other one I could think of.
Objection!
No, it wasn't that. So, what am I doing? What am I objectifying here? Well, I actually have to look because I don't know. Right, sure, why not? Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like it's the same thing. Yep, same thing. Literally same thing. Playing out of the cage. The people who actually saw the demonstration with their own eyes really believe they saw something miraculous taking place? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It was a green balloon that was next to ours at the time. I don't have any other evidence here. These are the three that pertain to it, and then there's this, but that doesn't matter. I don't know. I genuinely do not know. We look at the crossbow, we did everything that we can for the crossbow. It's there as a thing, it has like a little turn thingy. I have like everything that could get to the balloon, but I don't have what leads to it. Like a stone and crash in the crystal tower. I didn't get a good look inside the cage, but no one went near it. And this one, I don't really have anything. Like, yeah, but no, you know? And then when I go to look for help here, demonstration was during the, but actually some kind of switch around trick instead. Okay, so what if I'm trying to like, yeah, explosion, that, inside the cage, but no one near it after it crashed into the tower. No one went near it after it crashed into the tower. I don't think we're really contesting that. I do think it's a possibility that someone did actually go near it. But huge bang from the stage, and then the next second, another bang in the sky beside us. Okay. There's like no actual flaw here, so I'm missing like a logical step in here, you know? And I'm so bugged by it because like very clearly like I have part of the answer. I just don't know where to hinge it on because like it's just a little bit off for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and look this up, and next time, y'all, I'll be with the correct answer. Until then, though, yeah, I wish I could solve it myself. But this is kind of one of the times that I'm just like, I'm missing a bit of information here, just a little bit, and I need to like put my brains together. Until then, thank you for watching. Sayonara. Bye bye. Mwah.